Hello everyone and welcome to another video. This time we are still opening Outsiders, a case. And this is case number 15 out of 16. So we are almost done with these. I think I'm going to upload those at the beginning of May, probably. If I now upload one a week, then this should be the case. We shall see. So thanks for being here, thanks for watching. Let's see if we can find something spicy, something cool. I am pretty happy with the last 14 case openings. Well, that's not the way to do it. These paper wrap rings are pretty slippery, so pardon my behavior. That was not on purpose. Yeah, so beginning of May. It is the day, today is the day after release, Saturday. And I'm trying to, you know, in my head it's like I am sitting here right now at the end of March, but I'll try to talk to you guys like it is the beginning of May. Well, so since I am in Düsseldorf in Germany, spring is up, and in the last years I did always go out on the weekends and go play some volleyball, some beach ball on sand or some normal volleyball on asphalt. Yeah, it used to grow into a good hobby. I mean, I do play basketball in a club. I know how to do that, and volleyball I'm not so good at. But the thing is, you always get to meet new nice people. Düsseldorf itself is kind of a melting point of different cultures. It's there's a lot of students here who are moved here newly. There's a lot of people who chose this city as their new residence because it is just a very nice and livable city. And so basically a lot of people are new to the city. There's also some tourists, and it's not like everybody knows each other. There's always something new, something going on, and then you help others with information you can gather, where to get things and all that stuff. So this is a community. This is a nice way to get to know people, because in sports you just go to a place and there's a game and you say, or somebody invites you to join in, and then you're instantly in and you participate. It's the same thing with trading card games, but there's just not a place where you can go all day every day and something's going on, right? It's like basketball. On the basketball courts we have like 8 courts, and then the best play on one court, and then if a game is over, the winner stays and the next team goes up, and then it's basically sorted by skill level, and the first court has the good players and the last court has the hobby players. And with Flesh and Blood or card games in general, I always thought about how that would be to have a permanent, like on a weekend, not just one certain 18 o'clock appointment and a tournament for 3 hours, but to have a thing going on all day where people could just go and join in. I think we're still far away from that, but it is a nice way to think about how to do that, because I would go there and join and be like a casual player on the very, very last table, playing with somebody else who also tries to learn this game. And then on the other side, having the pro players testing out the new meta on the table and not on the internet. But it always used to be like this. It was also like this back in the days when I played World of Warcraft. People would always play online. There has been a program, not Tabletop Simulator, but a basic, not 3D, just 2D, where everybody would just put their cards in and then play against each other. Yeah, anyways, that is just one dream I had, like if I owned a local game store and had people attending. I know it's a hassle. I know. I've watched. Oh! Case number 15. Marvel number 3. Let's go. Let's talk about this LGS thing later on. We have a Marvel, and it is... Oh, and a majestic foil, rainbow foil. Codex of Bloodrot. I don't have this yet. That's great. Alright, so now you've got something to look at. This is a cold foil, alternate art, Marvel. The original version is this one right here. This is a foil, and it also exists in non-foil, majestic. But this is, right now these cards are still above 200 a piece. That centering is awful. It is not looking good at all. Sorry, excuse me. That is so much further down. Well, anyhow, the rest is okay. I can just make photos of this, and the buyer can choose if they want that or not. And just I might offer this for a little lower than the other near mint copies. This is near mint. Maybe it's even mint, but you know, that's just the condition of the card itself. And this misprint, it's not a miscut. Anyhow, right. Ain't that great? We found another extended art. Codex of Bloodrot. So what does it do? Each hero puts a card from their hand face down into their arsenal. Alright, so if it's your turn and you want a card there anyways, that's a good thing, and the opponent might not even want to put one there, but has to. That's advantage number 1. Create a ponder token under your control. Yeah, that's another advantage. That's advantage number 2. Instantly there. Even if the opponent has the advantage that this arsenal card does give him some advantage. And a Bloodrot Pox token under each opponent's control. And go again. I consider this to be very strong. I don't know why the Codex of Bloodrot in non-foil is relatively cheap. But yeah, I think this card itself is very, very strong. I know this is very rare. I mean, it took me 15 cases to find one, and I don't even have the the most expensive Marvel. I do have Codex of Inertia 2 times in Marvel, and now the Codex of Bloodrot in Marvel. You don't see it, but I'm very happy. This is just great. I mean, that card right now pays for 3 boxes. This is crazy. So yeah, I've had some bad openings, that's right, but this is equaling out for 1 or 2 bad cases. The Codex of Bloodrot. I really wonder if the prices will stay stable for these. I personally, like I said before several times, I do not like this design, this card. I have no problem selling this. I wouldn't want to keep it. And so that's a very, very good thing to me personally. Basically, it really hurts selling other cards that I like. And yeah, well, this is a whole, oh yeah, blue tail, yellow tail. Oh, I didn't see that. I mean, yes, there is a difference because this is a foil and this is a non-foil, but the fledge of yellow tail, yes, it is a yellow tail, and this is a blue tail. In rainbow foil, it's all kinds of colors, but yeah, that's cool. I didn't see the difference there. That's a nice detail. Nice. So let's look for the fledge of a red tail. Fledge of a red tail. No, we're not looking for this explicitly because this would take too long. Hold on. Is this? No, it's all good. All good. So last pack of this box. What do we expect? We've had a Marvel, so we don't expect anything, right? Plus, we had another cold foil in there. This is just crazy. Good. Box number 2. Do we have to open more boxes? Because I don't expect anything to be in the next 3. Well, not expect. That's one thing. I think the second Marvel had another legendary in the case, so it's not like there's nothing left in the case. We will see. All right. The rare. Do we have a Fletch? No, we don't. Sorry. Sorry, I'm kind of... There you go. This is this, that's that. Here. Okay. A 1,500 something boosters. This has been an adventure. Wow. And I'm not even through yet. After this, there will be one more opening. There, Fledge of a Red Tail. This is very cool. Let's be honest. This is very cool. It's a simple detail, and I just saw it now. This is very nice. That brings me joy. That brings me joy. That is are those 3 cards? I could imagine putting these all 3 next to each other on a wall or inside a cupboard. No, how do you call this? Just a storage. Man, my lack of English, it's stupid. What do you call this? Wooden big box where you put stuff in with doors and handles you can open. What's the English name for this? Come on, man. It is so simple. But I just don't recall the name, the word. Man, I've got them over here, and I don't know what they're called. Sometimes with drawers. Where I store all my boxes in. I might show this. I might show my first storage with most of the... Oh! Another legendary. Quiver of Abyssal Depths. This is, I don't know, maybe number 6. Rainbow foil. Right. Good. Very good. You see? There's another legendary in the same case as the Marvel. It's not like they don't put anything else in there on purpose. Ah, this looks great. Having this extended alternate art Marvel, and then even getting another legendary next to it. There's some value in here. I think these prices have to drop harder. I think this is just my uneducated guess right now at the moment. Second day after release. I'm not even through with all my 16 cases. It took me too long, yes. But at least I've got almost 100% on video. I know after some cases to you as the viewers it's also getting boring, so I'll try to, you know, put in a story here and there. Story time while opening. I'll try to focus to sort everything right. Like I stopped with LGS, right? LGS, I know it's hard. Like if you have people there who don't spend money, who use your toilet and destroy things, and you know, it's basically you have this fantastic dream before you open that everything's going to be cool, and then you put snack bars up in order to gain some kind of money, and nobody buys it and stuff. Right here in Düsseldorf, I could not afford a local game store. The rent would be round about 2,000 plus just for a place which is okay to me as a place to open up. I don't know how the local game store here survives. I think they're doing a lot of tournaments for all kinds of different games, and Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, all these younger players, they really do spend their savings like I did when I was young, when I went to school, and I've seen it started with basketball trading cards. So we were playing basketball since 5th grade, and the older students were already collecting, you know, upper deck and stuff, these normal basketball cards, and so we would start doing that as well. And after a while I saw that Magic is also a thing and that they would collect this, and I switched to Magic, and I was like 12. That was 1994. Yeah, and this is when I did spend all my money for years. Like when I was 12, 13, 14, 15, I spent all my money for trading cards, so mostly Magic. And then while I was there, I would always go to Chaos Comics in the city where I come from, in Solingen, which does not exist anymore, sadly. And comics, US comics, which I've gotten at the same place because I was there every day, and you know, you're getting interested in that, getting Witchblade and all these Marvel and DC comics. That was cool. And then CDs, yes, I bought all my music on CDs back then. 1994, come on. There was no Napster and just load whatever you want. That was later. And then the other thing was, it was trading cards, comics, CDs. Yeah, I think that's it. I didn't have too much money. I started working when I was 14, like part-time next to school. But there was another thing I spent money on when I was there. Oh yeah, console games. Sure, yeah, console games. But yeah, that was the PlayStation time, and I was lucky enough to have this chip, and I could use burnt CDs, and I didn't have to pay full price. Yeah, that was the three things: Chaos Comics, music, and PlayStation. So that was really what all my money has been sinking in. And as for Magic, yes, I've gotten Arabian Nights and Ice Age and all this old stuff. I didn't keep a single copy. I played it with my brother. I didn't even know the rules perfectly. We just played like we wanted to. Cumulative upkeep, I don't know. I think we've always spent the same amount of resources every round, and we didn't increase the amount like you're supposed to and stuff like this. I can still recall that. So, you know, I did get single cards. For instance, Ice Age, Jester's Cap. I bought like one Jester's Cap every week, and that was like 25 Deutsche Mark, so about 12.5 euros. Which with inflation by now should be, I don't know, 100? Probably, maybe, I don't know. And yeah, that card, I didn't even keep them. I don't know what I did with them. I do not know what I did with them. This is crazy stupid. I know I have some old basketball cards from that time. Those aren't worth anything, at least in Germany. When Kobe Bryant died, I did sell a lot of those cards. And I still do have a lot of Michael Jordan cards, but yeah, other than that, I would used to go to this place every day after school. And there was a nice seller. Her name was Sabrina. She was very, very, very nice. And there was also other guys from my school who had the same hobby. He also got magic cards. So it was a place to gather, right? I did play basketball at that time. I did have my basketball team, my youth team, yes. Over here it's you play in school, but you also play in a private club, and it's basically all about the private clubs, the games you attend in, and the league, and the playoffs and stuff. It's all privately. It's not in school here in Europe. And yeah, well, another cold foil. Wow. And that was that. The good old times. Like, I didn't have to I did not have to worry about bills, about paying for this, that. I just could spend my money like I wanted to. It was, you know, single mom raising 2 sons, working in a kindergarten, not a lot of money, couldn't afford, you know, luxurious holidays or big cars or whatever. I just had my own little world, and I was very, very happy with playing PlayStation games and playing Magic or collecting Magic. It was rather collecting. It is like, it was more collecting all this. I did set collecting. I put them into folders, and I was also with basketball cards. I would always collect the whole. Oh, premeditate foil. Now that would be a banger, right? Rainbow foil. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna put this. This is the first time I'm gonna put a Rainbow Foil Majestic into a sleeve. But by now, the day after release, I learned that this is very, very expensive. I am sleeving these, all of them. I am sorting and sleeving and looking for damages anyways. But yeah, I might have to get rid of this pile here. This is way too high. It's almost touching the camera. So that's here, that's there. Oh, don't fall over. Hold on. This is this. And even until today, I am 41 of age. I still feel pretty young. I still do enjoy online gaming. I switched to PC. I do not own a console since a long, long time. I did have about 100 PlayStation 3s, which I just, you know, I bought the collections on eBay and sold everything single. I bought like, oh, come on, let's get back to the PlayStation thing later on. Flick knives, rainbow foil. I need this in cold foil. Still didn't get it. But yeah, it's in the same case as another Legendary Anthem Marvel. This is just great. This is just great. Right. Look at that. I'm gonna put it in here. It's kind of stupid because I'm taking it out again in order to look for damages and take pictures. But for now, there's nothing happening to this. I'm gonna put this one in here as well. I forgot about that. Yeah, good. So it's not, it might seem like it, but it's not like this is just it is business as usual, and it's still something special to me. That's what I wanted to say. Like, I hit flick knives, which costs still $100. This is a huge hit, and it gives me joy. But since the Marvel is on the table, I'm already full of dopamine, and yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So the PlayStation thing, back to that. I did buy a collection with, you know, 4 controllers, memory sticks, 20 games, other attachments like, I don't know, pistols for the TV, and well, like 40 items. I would list everything on its own, like every game, a single eBay auction. And yes, people would pay more for a single game because they would just want that. Like, you don't look for Crash Bandicoot and then go and buy a whole collection for, I don't know, $500 and then just for this one game. And nobody does that except for crazy me. I did make some money with this, so we also did that with the PlayStation 4. And I remember having these piled up in our bedroom, in the master bedroom, and it really bothered my girlfriend, which always has been there with me, for me, all these years, since 16 years now. I know her since we were 18 and 17, but we got together 16 years ago, and she has gotten to know me with this hobbies, online gaming and cards. and this has gotten even bigger, and she's supporting me. I do think about opening an LGS, but it's just I couldn't do this on my own. I would have to have somebody I trust, or 2 people I trust, who share this with me and also use this space. But there's nothing planned, and it's just, I would consider it if I had the chance to. That's it. I'm not paying 2,000 of rent and then everything that's attached to that just to have a chance to maybe sell more. This is crazy. This is stupid. I'd like to have a really, really nice and clean place for people to come to and to enjoy. Like having trade nights and stuff. I also do think there will be more of these, how do you call this? It's a common thing in the US. When you just go as a vendor and you have your stand, you're going to a fair, and it's all about, it's just trading cards, selling and trading up there. Yeah, I think there should be more here in Europe. And additionally to that, I think there will be more professionalized trading card game stores, where you would, just like in Japan or also the US, where you would have everything in one place. Like you could go there with your collection and somebody would look at it and grade it or rate it and give you an offer. Everything at the same place. Not just a local game store. Like a normal game store right now is, they're basically selling all kinds of things and not just trading card games, like board games and action figures and all that stuff. And one of these professionalized trading card centers would just be about trading cards, right? Okay, in the US, sports is a really big thing. Over here, it's almost nothing. But I think this could work. This could be a place where I would go to. I would go to more of these places where I could, look for graded cards when they're pretty hard to find, and you get them only there. Or just having people to trade with, because, for private sellers, it is pretty hard since this year, since 2023, because of the new there is a cold foil. Because of this new European Union rule that you may only sell 30 sales or up to 2,000 euros a year, and if you're over that, you're automatically getting reported to the European tax, to the national tax office, and then they would check on you, and you're probably gonna have to have a business with everything that's attached to that. So having a business, to me, well, that's pretty simple. You just to me as an online seller, it is pretty simple. You go to the local office for conversions. I don't know what it's called, but you just go there and fill out the form that you want to have an online store, and you fill out what you want to sell, and then the address and stuff, and you pay a little fee, and you have your own business. And then it starts, you will get your own tax number with the tax tax office for your business. And yeah, from that point on, when you, there's 2 different options. Option A is you are a very small seller, and it's called Kleingewerbe, which is small business owner, and you do not get to get back the hold on, this is pretty hard to explain if you don't know English. There's a way to get back the taxes, the sales taxes. So over here it's 19%. If you are a small business owner, you do not get them back when you buy something, but you also don't have to pay that to the tax office when you sell something. And the other thing, which I am since a long time, if you have a bigger business and you surpass certain numbers, I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. I think if you have more sales than 250,000 a year, or if your earnings are higher than 50,000 a year, something like this. The one is 6 digits and the other one is 5 digits. It changes every year. But something like this. If you have one of those, then you are automatically a bigger seller, and well, then you are eligible to get back the sales tax when you buy something. But you of course have to pay the sales tax when you sell something. So in other words, you always have to write a bill if you sell something. And then there's two different options. If you think about, if you think about starting a business, this is one point you would have to think about. If you write bills, you can only do this two ways. The one way is the old-fashioned way. You write a bill on a piece of paper, or you just write it on, in Word, print it out on paper and send it to the customer and keep one copy for yourselves. Or you do it digitally and you store it, so you can send it per email, and you store it on your own device so that the tax office can look at it. But you may not, you may not mix these two, and you cannot just store those bills. I think it's about, they want this to be foolproof, and they want to be able to look at all these recipes even after 10 years. And you may not just make a Word copy, a Word bill, send this on paper and keep it on your computer. There's either way, the one or the other. So that's one thing to think about. And then you will have to report on your sales taxes every 3 months or every month, depending on the size of your business. You'll write a detailed list of what did you buy, what did you sell. And then you have other advantages, because, for instance, part of your communication bill is what you can use as costs for the business. So if you pay like $30 a month and you have a business, then you can say 70% or $21 of this is in my case, are costs of the business. And they just say, well, 30% of this is your own personal gain or advantage, so you cannot write all of this off. No, that's the wrong way. Writing something off is something else. But that all works. In the end, it's a pretty simple business. I buy stuff from other businesses, or I buy stuff from from private sellers. The first way, I'll get a bill which states all the sales tax and the whole price and everything. On the other hand, I'll just have to document the private sellers' buys. Like, where do I have this from and what did I pay? How did I pay? It's all easy, right? Like, if I win an auction, an eBay auction, I get this from a private seller. He does not write me a bill, but I still will have proof how much I paid, and I just can't get the sales tax back, but that's easy. I mean, that's it for today, right? This is awesome. There's a Marvel and 2 legendaries. Rainbow Foil Quiver, Rainbow Foil Flick Knives, and the Codex of Bloodrot, which I did not have yet, so this is very nice. It is a cold foil extended art, alternate art. Other than that, a lot of good Majestics. Come on, Premeditate foil. This is worth mentioning. This is a very nice card. Should be even more expensive than the Quiver by now, by the time you watch this. I don't know. We shall see. Thanks for watching. And there's one more next week. And then I'm through with Outsiders. And it has been a lot of fun. And yeah, after that, I might think about what other sets I'm going to open. Thanks for watching. Thanks for everybody subscribing and leaving comments. And just being part of this community. It's a great thing. It's an honor. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye.